under a Trump administration, what will you guys do about the migrants that are already there, since they did arrive legally? And a follow-up to that, if you plan to deport them, how would you do that legally?
Well, look, this is a media and Kamala Harris fact check that I want to clarify and clear up right now. And now the media loves to say that the Haitian migrants, hundreds of thousands of them, by the way, 20,000 in Springfield, but hundreds of thousands of them all across our country, they are here legally. And what they mean is that Kamala Harris used two separate programs, mass parole and temporary protective status. She used two programs to wave a wand and to say, we're not going to deport those people here. Well, if Kamala Harris waves the wand illegally and says these people are now here legally, I'm still going to call them an illegal alien. An illegal action from Kamala Harris does not make an alien legal. That is not how this works. And again, I want to focus our attention, my friends, on how much the media is gaslighting us and lying to us about this. Parole. We have, let's get into the weeds a little bit, we have a parole power in our immigration laws. And what that means is the president or the vice president can use the power to basically say, this one person, we are going to parole them from complying with our immigration laws on a case-by-case basis. Now, maybe there's some reason. Maybe it's somebody helped us overseas and their life is in imminent danger. You can parole that person. What is fundamentally illegal is for Kamala Harris to say, we're going to grant parole, not on a case-by-case basis, but to millions of illegal aliens who are coming into this country. That does not magically make them legal because Kamala Harris waved the amnesty wand. That makes her border policy a disgrace, and I'm still going to call people illegal aliens. And just think about the shamelessness required from Kamala Harris. Temporary protective status. That is Kamala Harris through a government edict saying you're not allowed to deport people anymore. Those Border Patrol agents who want to do their job, that's Kamala Harris saying you are not allowed to deport people anymore. So Kamala Harris says you can't deport people, and then she says you're also now legal instead of illegal. That is completely bogus. That is straight out of George Orwell. None of us buy it. And here's the final point that I'll make on this. Who consented? Who in this room, who in this country consented to allowing millions of aliens to come into this country unchecked, unvetted? None of us did. None of us did. And the game the media has played here, again, this two-step that Kamala Harris does, I think it's the most disgraceful thing that she has done in her entire campaign. She's going to say, on the one hand, we're going to let in millions of illegal aliens to make your housing costs higher, to make your hospitals overwhelmed, to make your local schools impossible for your children to learn in. She's going to do that, and on the other hand, if you dare complain about it, you are a racist. Kamala Harris, I think that's disgraceful. You ought to have respect enough for your own people to enforce their border laws and listen to them. Listen to them when they complain about it. Don't pretend they're bad people. And look, I think I speak for every person in here, and I think I speak for a lot of people, a lot of undecided voters, but certainly a lot of Republicans, independents, and Democrats who are voting for Donald Trump. We are allowed, under the First Amendment to this country, to tell our leaders that they're doing a bad job. We are allowed, Kamala Harris, to tell you got to stop importing millions of low-wage foreigners into our country. We are allowed, Kamala Harris, to tell you can't jack up the cost of housing by giving foreigners homes instead of American citizens. We're not bad people for loving this country. You're a bad person for doing this to the country in the first place.